Hello and welcome back everybody to our Burton Albion England DNA series. It's been a few days since I recorded the last episode of this, but looking forward to sharing with you some actually good news for a change. Well, 14th doesn't look like it's good news, does it? I grant you that, but we've turned the corner a little bit, as you can see. Some very bad results. We've come back a few weeks later than I said as well, because basically I feel like I was onto something and I had to just play through. Hope you can understand that. I had to keep playing through to make sure that I was. So what I changed to was, not this. So what I changed to was this. So I don't have the players to play as a fullback, really, across the team anywhere. Like an orthodox wing-back, fullback, or as a winger. We're going to be quite a central-based team and tactic no matter what we do. So ignore the players and the positions right now. But that's the tactic we went to. So we had like a front two that was working really well. We had our two number 10s. And again, this is like Manchester City and the Mancini. It's that sort of type of tactic. And it worked really, really well, actually. We changed to it, I think, in this game against Ipswich, and we managed to just keep winning. We drew. Now, in this final game against Peterborough, I actually had to change from it because, as you can see, Iran Oxby is injured. And we don't have that many strikers. So the danger of playing this system is the minute I lose a decent striker for multiple weeks, it could devalue the tactic quite a lot to the point where it makes it not as viable as it was before. So what I changed to then was my Pep Guardiola recreation from 2022-2023, so from this season, I went to something like this. And I've been using it over my Moneyball save over on Twitch, and it's worked really well with Albion Rovers, who are we were a second-tier team in Scotland when I started using it. And it worked really well for us with even lesser players. Obviously, I can't see the attributes of the players, so I don't know for sure how good they are, but I know not great. And we managed to get promoted with one, not a great team, and two as an underdog. So, and that's important, right? Because we're not going to be a top dog. So I rolled this out against Peterborough away, not knowing what was going to happen, and we won 2-0. We played pretty well, actually. We dominated possession. Dominated possession. Kept their XG to relatively low, considering it was a slightly weakened team from us and playing a Pep Guardiola tactic for the first time, and it's away from home. And Peterborough weren't doing too badly, I don't think, were they? No, they would have been basically above us if they'd beaten us. So my gut feeling is that I don't want to move off this properly until I have to. And I'm only going to move off it right now just because of the injuries. But that is really the tactic we're looking for, is this one. You've got your width coming for your wing backs. You've got players in the centre. Lovely intricate build-up play. Got a link-up striker with a striker to break the lines and get behind. It works really, really well. But yeah, for now, we're going to go to this and see how we get on here. In terms of what you missed off camera, in terms of like performances and results, yeah, so we had a really bad run, and it just felt the same old story, playing the same tactics we were using before, and I just went through like a tweaking period of like, we need to change something here because we're going to just go down, I think, by the looks of it. We were really struggling. Even Oxby couldn't score goals, and since we've changed to this tactic, we've scored goals, yes, but we've looked consistently like a threat, and that's a big, big difference. As you can see there, I think Oxby's like got 3 goals in that period, so 3 of his 7 goals have come in the last few matches, and his assist, I think, has done as well. So, pretty much bang up to date. Like, Brennan Hughes has been playing pretty good as a 10. Stephen Hughes is incredible, by the way. I was looking back at an old video that we did, like a video that came out a few weeks ago, where he first sort of came into the team. Obviously, I thought he was going to be better than Heller. And oh my God, is he better than Heller? He's brilliant, Stephen Hudson. He's a bit slow. Like, he's always going to be a bit slow. He's a great dribbler. He's the controller. He's the sits there and he controls and he dictates tempo. That's what he does. That is what Stephen Hudson does. But yeah, I love him. What a player. Okay, I don't have much choice, though. I really have to love somebody in this team because we've got what we've got, and that is that. So with this tactic, with the Pep tactic, with like a good ball-playing fullback that isn't an express wing-back, they could play on the side of the back three, or they could play as a pivot player in this system. These 2 roles here are like number 10 roles. So you've got Polo, ideally left foot on the right. You've got Polo on the left, Tom King on the right. That suits them really well. Hudson can play as a playmaker, Hughes as a shadow striker. So it works pretty well for the team that we've got. I think when we don't have Oxby, I think this works really well. Who you play as a striker is a bit up for grabs. I mean, I could roll Lockwood on the wing as well. He's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, for the strike, I guess it's going to have to be John King, hasn't it? Like, he has scored recently, so, you know. Yeah, we're currently, as you can see there, we are currently 9 points off the playoffs after a good run. And we've got ourselves probably safe now, because Cardiff are on 17 points. Let me show you that so you can see the whole league table here. As you can see there, points-wise, that we're pretty much safe from relegation already this season. So, What will happen is at the end of this episode, I'll probably continue through to the end of the season. And if we've got a playoff run, I'll show you that. I'll show you youth intake, of course, and I'll look at a bit at that. But yeah, what I'll probably do is next episode, we'll start off with the youth intake. So you'll see the youth intake first. I'll show you an update of where we're at in the league table. And then we'll see what happens from there, right? We'll see what happens. Here we go then. Barnsley in the league first. We're going to play Barnsley today. We're going to play Watford. We're going to play Forest. 2 home games. I mean, if we were to get some points here, it could be interesting. I wanted to show you really the tactic, because the other tactic's one that started to really work and click for us. But, I mean, if I was to play 2 strikers, I could play Lockwood up front, but 7 finishing, I don't see us getting promoted with that. If he's the striker, every time we have 1 injury, you know, it's not great, is it? But as the manager says, pick up your left off. But that's part of the England DNA, right? Being adaptable. It's not about just having a system and shoehorning everybody into a system. It's about trying to apply all the aspects of the England DNA with the players that you have and playing like to their strengths, as it were. And playing to their strengths, so when you hear that phrase, play to your strengths, people always think of a lower league team that plays direct up to a big man striker because that's their strength. But that can mean different things, like for us playing to our strengths. In fact, did I put the CDMs in properly? Yeah. Oh, no, don't do that. Undo. So yeah, so we've got like a fullback here in Burley. Like, he's a good controlling fullback for us, really, which is really good to see. So he's able to play like a pivot role. We're playing a system to suit our players, where we're using wide players, but using them as number 10s, where they can get on the ball, stay on the ball, control the possession of the game, control the tempo of the game. But they don't have to be beating players 1v1, and they don't have to be doing tricks. You know, they can just control the game. So we've set up. So we are playing to our strengths. We are playing for possession and control of the game, and stopping teams counter-attacking us and trying to control it for as long as possible. That's us playing to our strength without our main striker. And we are really a one-striker team now, I think. I think Oxby's the only striker we've got who's remotely close. And at the end of this episode, I'll show you an update of all the players' attributes as well. Polo goes with the right-hand side. It's great football, this. John King in the middle, headed away. Headed back in. Brendan Hughes. Penalty, referee, surely. Who goes through? Hughes. Yes! Oh, I thought he was going to score. He's missed it. Far post, headed away. Well, near post, actually. It's going to be now retrieved by Mitchell King, who's going to play it into Norway. I'm playing Giannis in the side of the back 3 in this tactic. Quite like him in there at the moment. I mean, he could play CDM and Burley could play in the back 3, right? We could do that. They're going behind here. We're going to get this. So Giannis we'll get to that. Oh, Giannis, come on. Yeah, I mean, you could do that either way, to be fair. In fact, I could have switched them. Do you know what? They've scored now. It's too late. I was just thinking, actually, I do like this player being left-footed, ideally. So maybe I will switch those 2. It's just that either Giannis now, who isn't the best technically, or Sam Heller have to be our more, like, progressive CDM. And I just don't think either of them have really got that in them. Kyle Andrew plays it into Burley, but he takes some touches. Goes wide, plays into Tom Keenan. Tom Keenan with a great ball into Hudson. Hudson's got time and space here. He's going to cut back into Burley, is he? He's going to stay on the ball. He's so strong, isn't he? He's strong. And he goes into Hughes. Hughes into Heller. Sam Heller shoots from distance over the bar. Free kick for Barnsley. Far post headed away. Are we going to get out to this? We might do... No, we got to it. Then we didn't quite stop them. They go through. I mean, Jeremy Docker scored the goal for them for crying out loud. Like, what can we do here? Novel collects it. Stays 1-0. I've come to the conclusion. I think I should sell one of the 2 goalkeepers just because... The only danger of selling one of them is if you lose one by not your own choice later on, then you're left with no goalkeepers and you could have had 2. But I do feel like we should sell one and take the money. They're both great goalkeepers. We don't need to have both of them. If we can get one onto like an 8-year contract, then maybe we can sell the other. We'll have a look at that in the episode as well, I think. But yeah, as usual, I expected John King not playing very well as a striker. He's just not quite at this level anymore. We need Oxby too much, I think, in the 2-striker system, unless we look to promote somebody else from the younger teams, or hopefully get a good, younger, quicker striker in the youth intake this year. Giannis goes up to Hudson. He's going to flick it on into John King. Please finish it. Oh, that's just it. That's it right there. That's the danger with him being on the end of your chances. If we do lose this game, I'll probably play the other tactic in the next couple of games, even though, like I said, I don't think we've got the players that ideally suit it with Oxford being out. Let's see how it plays. Yeah. Can see how it plays out. I'll tell you what, let's go to it like 15 minutes now. Right, Kyle Andrew, Lee Burley's going to go left back, isn't he? So we need that. Mitchell King can come because he's tired. Actually, let's do that. That makes way more sense. Let's do that. Heller can go back into the CDM spot there. That's okay. Then up front, Mitchell King's going to come off. Let's put Ian Lockwood up front with John King. Maybe switch to the left backs as well. So I won't bring on Dylan Wilson. I'll just put Polo in there instead. I completely forgot about Polo. We'll go with that. Highlight it. Doherty gets on it. Goes inside. Loses it. He's going to win it back. He stays on it just. Shoots from distance. It's just wide. This might be a highlight. I just made 2 changes, and it's going to show a highlight before they come on. But it's late in the game. I don't think this is going to be a real highlight, but it might be. Brendan Hughes. Back to Giannis. Giannis goes through. Back to Hudson. Shooting distance. Yeah, be corner. Late highlights. Cleared away. Brendan Hughes is going to get to this. Needs to release it early. If this isn't a highlight, I don't know why it's showing us this, because it's so late in the game. Lockwood's in. Is it a highlight? Oh, it's got finishing. Oh, yes, we're going to finish it. Williams scores. It's going to be 1-1. We've stolen a draw. And yeah, there you go. We're going to get the draw. And there it finishes 1-1. Right, we'll take that. Okay, I'll see you in a few days for the Watford game. I will play the other tactic for you for that game and see how we get on in that game and the game against Forest, which is only a couple of days after the Watford game, because the Watford game is the Boxing Day game. So I'll see you in a few days for the game against Watford. Okay, so this will be your tactic with this game. We're going to have Harrison in goal this time. By the way, I looked at the two goalkeepers. So they're both signed contracts. They're both signed contracts with release clauses, which would put them in the, at risk of leaving. So I've offered one of them a contract. I've offered Norval a contract, which adds 2 more years onto his current one, and has him like a 13 million release clause, which is close to what his valuation is, right? So there's a chance that he could go. So for now, I've done it for him. I've not given one to Harrison, Aled Harrison. And Aled Harrison has got a bit of an injury issue. He gets injured a lot for a goalkeeper. I mean, I'm going to wait and see what happens this season and maybe next season, because have we got anybody else that can do the job? I don't think we've got anybody else that's a goalkeeper that's going to be any good, right? This guy could be okay. Yeah, it's a tough one, but we'll come back to that anyway. Okay, Watford, here we go. So the manager says, media giving you a lot of credit, okay. Corner whipped in by Watford, headed away. Kidder's going to get to this, heads it away again. Going to try and step out, lads. Good. Getting pressure on him early doors. Going to shoot distance, and it's over the bar. Watford free kick towards the far post, headed towards goal, and it's in. There it is. Do you know what? I did fix that on my stream save, actually. That exact free kick we kept conceding from. So I ended up taking players out the wall, but with nobody in the wall, and just stuck them at the back post, and it worked. So I'm probably going to do that again in a second here. I'll show you what I do after. I'll do it after the game, though. Kieran goes through. Is he going to score? Go and get a shot away. Oh, he's at the bar. Corner for Watford, headed away. The annoying thing is, I know in the training schedule, I just saw it as it was going to this game, we had defensive corners as something we'd worked on. So if that would have gone directly from the corner, I'd been upset. I was just looking at the tactic, and they've scored again. Let's just see how they scored. I think it was from a set piece, wasn't it? It was from a corner. Oh, just get out of my face. I'm after him, the goalkeeper, I think. Which blame the goalkeeper. He's on a 6.4. It's going to go down lower now, 6.3. Yeah, just been a load of changes, so we'll see what happens here now. I don't think it's going to be a proper highlight or not. I think it might be, actually. John King gets it, plays it through. Tom King goes through. He's got to score it this time. He's gone through 1-on-1 twice, and he's missed it twice. So Watford are like a playoff team. They're obviously a good team. They could even win the league this year, to be fair. They're still pretty close, only 3 points off top. So there's always going to be a tough game. But I mean, okay, so look at it, right? Watford are one of the best teams in the league. They obviously got a high reputation. We've got a 1.34 XG against them. They've got a 0.28 with 3-0 down. But it's quite unlucky. It really is quite unlucky. I think what this has done is it's confirmed to me that Luke Norval... I think what this has done is it's confirmed to me that Luke Norval's the number one goalkeeper. Aled Harrison's going to stay as a backup because he gets injured anyway. I don't want to sell Aled Harrison in case I lose Luke Norval now to his release clause, because then we need a goalkeeper. We need one of them, I think. That's going to be the biggest problem. It's incredible we've managed to get two goalkeepers that are really good. It's incredible. I'm quite fortunate for it. But we could lose both of them because they're both quite, they're quite generating quite a lot of interest, right? So it's been a blessing, but it's going to become a curse because I don't know how many goalkeepers it's going to spawn for us that are going to be that good. And we need to keep one of them. So really, I said this about Justin Parker-Trott, but we do really need to get promoted in the next couple of years or 3 years before we lose one of them. If we can get ourselves to the Premier League, maybe we can get him to sign a new contract. We can maybe put a relegation release clause in, but not a minimum one. And we can guarantee they're going to be here for a while. Look, what is he doing? Yeah, you're done, Aled Harrison. Luke Norval, step up, please. I'm going to say unlucky, but that was pretty poor from us, really, in terms of game beat 4. And again, we shouldn't really have got beat 4 at all. Yeah, that's happening. That change right now. That is definitely happening. Mika Hartikainen is definitely a third-choice goalkeeper, isn't he? He's never going to be good enough for the first team. Okay, so Giannis is up for this game, so we're going to take him out. We're going to play... I guess to play Brendan Hughes right back. Yeah, Luke Norval's going to now become our number one goalkeeper. Definitely really now. And he's going to get a new contract here. So he's going to be on a release clause. Aled Harrison. Yeah, like I said, how long has he got left on his contract? Only 2 years after this. I mean, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, I will see you then in a couple of days for the game against Forest. Okay, we go then. The team is very tired going into this game. So we might have to make a couple of changes here. Or do we just say sod it? We're going to say sod it, let them just play the way that they currently are. We'll get into the game as it is. System manager says, media giving you a lot of credit again. Okay, didn't work last time, did it, that talk, but we'll see. Albion, Forest, they're going to play it across the back. Again, Forest, one of the better sides of the league. In fact, where are they in the league? They are exactly where Watford were when we played them in the last game. So, yeah, it's going to be another tough game. It is at home, though, so we've got a slightly better chance, but we are really tired. And we seem to be more tired than they are. So, not great. We've got an actual goalkeeper in today, haven't we? We've got a goalkeeper that can potentially save some shots if he gets it played towards him. Heller's going to get this, plays it across the Kidden. Lovely pass. Dockey's going to slightly get on the overlap now. Nice. Okay. Far post crosses on if you want to use it. Kingy's there. Lockwood's in there. Oh, I've got Lockwood with the 7 finishing. And he's about 3 heading. Misses the target. It is the ultimate challenge, I think, this, because you've got to work your whole tactic and how you're creating chances around the players you've got, and you can't go and buy something better finishing. I think that was a red card highlight. There we go. Cheers, Brendan. That's under defeat on the cards here. Like, we've controlled the game so far. Nottingham Forest have had 0 shots on goal, but that red card just done us. You can see the potential, I think, there, can't you? Right, this tactic has got potential. We played really well away to Watford and lost from set pieces and nonsense. In this game, we had a red card, but we had really good XG. We had a really good shots ratio against Watford's. And yeah, the 10 men are probably going to compete for a while and end up falling just short in this game. But they did a good job, I think, in the last couple of games here, the boys. Could have been still a goal up for half time. Lock with the bloody headers, man. Forest play out from the back. They play it into the middle. They can build their attack again. We've got some players in the central areas. Come on, need to get back here. We need players helping out. We can't be having 3 players left up there and they score and it's going to be 1-0. We're going to recover this. Nope. Forest going to get a highlight. Can they make it 2-0? They can make it 2-0. Yeah, disappointing this, really, like, in terms of... You can see the potential again, but it's probably going to be another season before we get the chance to see this tactic from the start of the season. Let's see it with that. Let's see it with this current team. Let's see if we can get any players in the youth intake that are going to be good. You can just see the potential. Look at this. This is with 10 men. This is with 10 men. Oh, it's with 10 men. It's 1-1. Yeah, the boys play such good stuff with this when we can play football. Okay, Novel's going to play out here to Kingy. He's going to go long into William. He's going to lose his header. Oh my goodness me, that was a crunching tackle. We get away with it. And William's in. He's through sort of 1v1. He's going to have to go wide. Now, when he scored it! It's 2-1 for the 10 men of Burton Albion. I don't believe that. That's 2-1. Forest with the highlight. They go inside here. They're going to get a chance 1v1 on the side. They get the ball across goal. We clear it away. We don't quite win the header. They're going to get to the second. Oh, Polo's won it back, though. Springing the counter-attack. He's not very quick, bless him. He's got, I think, 11 acceleration. He stays on it, though. Draw the red card. Oh, if he could have drawn a red card out of him, that would have been perfect. Might have been better than scoring. If they would have got a red card, I think we'd beaten them here. Oh, it's going to be in a counter-attack, isn't it, for them? You would expect now. Oh, Williams nipped it. Oh, he's got it. Williams got it. Polo far post. Over the bar. Okay, they've gone long. What I've learned from watching these up front is Polo is a really good deep line forward. So that could be a potential opportunity for us. If a striker is out and the number 10s are free, I could play him as a striker, as Forest nearly get one back. Last minute set piece for Forest. They go, oh, Kidden's going to get himself sent off as well. Down to 9 men. Free kick far post. Headed down. Cleared away by Mitchell King. And that has got to be it, surely, ref. The game's continuing on with the highlights. Polo into Doherty. We've got basically just 2 up front on their own. Polo's going to stay on it. Just ping it in behind Polo. Nothing else on here. Can't be linking up with the wing back. Polo is not going to get there now. Doherty to William. Time's ticking away. 30 seconds left only for Forest now. As we go long, they're going to play it straight back and get in behind. They continue on. They continue on. 20 seconds left. Andrew heads it away. They're going to stay with the ball in play, are they? Just 10 seconds-ish. Keeper collects it. That should be it. That's going to be a game over you would expect. Just clear it long, Norval. Clear that one long, son. Yeah, that'll do. That's got to be it. And what a win that is from the boys against Nottingham Forest. Like, to be down to 10 men for that long. What is the referee doing here? Blow the bloody whistle. There we go. Right, 2-1 win. Modern lads good for us. That is really, really good. To get on to 10 men and play that well is impressive. I think you can see the potential, right? You could see it with me there. First thing I want to do is check 2 things. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's free kicks here. Yeah, so we'll do that. I think we'll just put we'll put the striker that's in the ball back into like this sort of area here. Then we'll move like the attacking field player to the edge of the area. We can do a bit of that. So for wide free kicks now, just go 1 person in the wall, have an extra player back. Yeah, let's do it like that for now. Leave it like that for now. With just 1 person in the wall. We could do it for this one as well, I guess. But I think it's wide ones that are the issue. So we'll leave it like that for now and see how that comes about. Right, a quick look at some of the players. Do you know what? I've just been through a lot of the players, and hardly anybody has changed. I'll show you Aaron Oxby, because he's been obviously the big change, but the only change really. But you can see here, Aaron Oxby is looking very, very good. He has been incredible. He's going to be incredible. He's only got 3 years left on his contract. Can we get him a new one now? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, can we get you a new contract, Aaron, maybe? Because your extension's currently after if we get promoted, which isn't quite what we want, is it? We want it just by us. Yeah, we want it like this, really. Right, he's okay with this as long as we can get him on this. It's fine. So we'll offer you... You can have, like, I don't know, 450, 8.5 grand a week. You can have everything else stay the same. Right, he's taking that. Okay, so... Yeah, he's now going to be on a 6-year contract, but he's only got this small release clause still that we can't seem to get rid of, which isn't ideal, but nobody's interested in him yet, but they will be soon. So it's only a matter of time before he gets, I think, his release clause activated. So we need to get promoted, really, because, hang on, what is it by clubs in high division or just outright? Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's going to be the episode. I think we'll end it there. Is there anybody else here to look at? I mean, Helder's starting to slowly come together now, actually. Let's look at Helder quickly. Not seeing too much there, but he can slowly starting to become like a realistic player for us to use, isn't he? And in terms of the under 18s, I would say probably this guy, Leighton Wildig's the best, but his work rate 7, which is really not good. But he's looking pretty good, I would say. Gareth Miller maybe as well is actually looking pretty good, if I'm being honest. He looks quite decent. Yeah, he's looking pretty good as well. He's been improving recently. Good lads. He could become quite a good another CDM for us. We seem to get a lot of those. Yeah, all looking pretty good there. So next episode, we will come back. We will come back for the youth intake, which is around this sort of time, isn't it? And then we'll see what the situation of the league is like. And then we'll do like an end of season episode. It could be that we do that and we end up in the playoff race. We can end up in a bit of a playoff race at the end. We need to win most of our games, though, to be fair, to make up the 10-point gap that it currently is. Because that is currently your league table there. And if we only look ahead of ourselves, don't look behind. With 10 points off the playoffs, quite a big gap. But with this tactic, who knows, maybe we get ourselves like a run together. You never know. But that's going to do the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. And I'll see you all, of course, next time.